Our next guest is a longtime educator and native Memphian who currently services in the elementary school principal area with the Memphis Shelby County School District. Dr. Wynn Earle Jr. has written a book on the history of the Rosenwald schools of West Tennessee. It's called For Every Child an Equal Chance. And Dr. Earle is joining us now to discuss his latest work. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And I know you want to say the name of your school.
Kingsbury Elementary School.
Yes, okay. And so, okay, what was the West Tennessee Educational Congress? So that is what this kind of all centers on. And I was like, what is this?
Right. So the West Tennessee Educational Congress was the professional organization for educators in West Tennessee. And so it was part of a larger statewide organization called the Tennessee Negro Education Association. And its name was changed to the Tennessee Educational Congress, and it was merged with the TEA, or the Tennessee Education Association, in 1967.
It's so hard to trace all of this. What is the significance of the organization, and why is it important for African Americans, and why did you want to tell this story?
Well, I think it's important to be able to share the story for one particular reason. I like their aims. The aims of the organization was to raise the standard of education, to promote a larger sense of the cause of education, and to promote standards of instruction, increase the standards of instruction for all children in West Tennessee, not just Memphis, but rural Shelby County as well.
And you know, you look at our numbers right now, and you know, we're low. What could you say? What is the cause of education that people need to know about that you just mentioned?
I think the big thing about education is that it definitely takes a village. Educators are hard workers. I'm an educator myself. I have lots of family members who've been educators. And I think the combination of educators, along with families, along with other community entities, makes for an opportunity for children to be able to thrive and to flourish. And that's what it takes. Right.
And so it is the future. It is the way to that next level. So if you could talk to me about Rosenwald schools, what does that have to do with this story?
So Julius Rosenwald, he partnered with Booker T. Washington, and from 1913 until approximately 1937, there were almost 5,000 Rosenwald schools built in the American South. In Shelby County, there were 60 Rosenwald schools alone that were built, and a lot of them are featured in the book itself.
So why have a Rosenwald school? What were they? For black people? They were for black folks.
Right, exactly. So the Rosenwald schools, they were created specifically, they were planted in areas that did not have an opportunity to have schools there. So for example, Rosenwald School is Barrett's Chapel, current Barrett's Chapel School, where Guy Hoffman was the principal from 1928 until 1968, where my grandmother was also a student at Barrett's Chapel. You look at Douglas High School, you look at Brunswick or Eads. And all of them had schools, all those communities had schools, and that Rosenwald Fund was essential to making those schools possible.
Was that through the government? How did it?
And so it was a partnership, it was I will call it a shared appreciation.
Gotcha.
Julius Rosenwald appreciated the work that Booker T. Washington was championing, and also Booker T. Washington appreciated the fact that Julius Rosenwald, who was one of the owners of the Sears Company, that he wanted to be able to help the schools, help education, the cause of education in the South.
Because there was a point where it was law that African Americans were not allowed to read.
Right.
So then it changed to get the education. And I think that people fought for education then because they weren't allowed it.
Right.
And now it's like this thing that people don't want to fund. Talk about why this story is so important in this day and age as we're watching everything play out with Memphis Shelby County Schools.
Well, I think it's important for a number of reasons, but one particular reason is that the story needs to be told. The reason why I wrote this book is because if you scour the web, you will find that there aren't stories out there about Rosenwald schools, especially the ones here in Shelby County. And I wanted to make sure that those stories were not lost. So a really good friend of mine and fraternity brother, Mr. John Strong Jr., who was the principal of Woodstock from 1966 until 1989. I partnered with him, and he shared a lot of his stories, and I appreciate him. And he lit that fire within me to make sure those stories of the schools in rural Shelby County were not lost.
What do you want people to take away from this that will make them better people?
Ultimately, my goal is for those people who attended those schools to, number one, take a walk down memory lane, right? For those who may not know about the schools, to learn more about these amazing people who made these schools go. And for everyone to be inspired to keep the stories alive, to keep telling the stories, to make sure that they are not forgotten.
How do you think it will help?
I think it would help because I think right now there's a narrative about schools out there that is probably not so positive. But I think in some ways, the stories within this book, the stories of resilience and resolve, I think that will come out and make all educators proud of the profession that they've chosen.
Okay, and people can contact you on social media and you have signing?
Yes, so I have a book signing tonight at Novel Memphis. It's at 6 p.m. And so come join us, and I look forward to seeing you, and hopefully we can make this book a part of everyone's home library.
All right, 6 o'clock tonight, everybody, Novel Bookstore in Laurelwood. Appreciate your dedication. I know that took a lot of time.